Guys, this is RoboPro, and today we're gonna talk about the piezo buzzer. The piezo buzzer is a component that produces sound like in any frequency you want. It's similar to a speaker, but it's like not the same because the speaker can produce sound that you want, but the piezo it produces sound from frequencies. It's it has the same idea but different outcomes. It works by giving it power from the positive pin, and that vibrates like a small metal sheet. That when it vibrates, it makes sound. This, you hear the piezo buzzer mostly in cars, sometimes also all PCs and any devices that are old or that use that has no speakers, you know. Uh, and the second, and this plastic thing is a plastic base that holds the thin metal sheet, so it can vibrate correctly. Okay, so let's wire it with the Arduino Uno, so we can now program it and show how it works. The first thing is we're gonna connect it to pin 9, and you can connect it to any pin, it doesn't matter. It just has to be a digital pin. Then we connect the negative port with the ground pin. It doesn't have unless it doesn't have to be like a certain ground pin. It can be connected to any ground pin. So today I'm using Tinkercad as the our simulator. So let's open the code. There's so you can program the Arduino. You can use blocks, text, but I prefer to use text. The first thing is we want to introduce the buzzer. So the first thing we say is hashtag define then buzzer. It doesn't have to be buzzer, like anything you want. Hashtag define, then I'm gonna write buzzer, and then in which pin, so it's in pin 9, and then we go to the pin mode, which is in the void setup. So the first thing is of course we're gonna call it buzzer, and then of course the buzzer is an output. Then we go to the void loop, which is where the main code is. So there's two ways you can make a sound to the buzzer. The first way is just a simple way to write digital write, like a digital command. It works, but it's not preferred because you can't control the frequency. Then I'm gonna write buzzer, and then the command comma, then high. For example, it needs to be all high case. Then I'm gonna add a semicolon. That works, but also it doesn't make a good sound. It's a bit irritating. I'm gonna write the same thing, but just so I can so the buzzer closes. Then I'm gonna add it right there. Okay, then I'm gonna add a delay so we can hear the sound. Delay. So 1 second. Okay, and let's make space so it's easier for us. Then we make this so after we've written low, it also has to be all high case, so it doesn't give an error. this is like not the preferred way to use a buzzer, but it works. There's also something, there's like a command called tone. So the first thing is we write tone, then we put then we add the buzzer, or like the buzzer name, and then we choose the frequency, like I prefer like 200 megahertz. Then it will keep working until like I tell it to stop. So I'm gonna add a delay 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna add 1 second. We guys take care of the semicolon, because if we forget it, like the code it's not gonna work. Like it's the most I make this mistake all the time. That's why. Then I'm gonna say it's called no tone. So the first thing is we write no, then the T in the tone needs to be capital, and then we say like which buzzer. So I'm gonna it's buzzer. Then I'm gonna add a semicolon. So please subscribe and like before we try the code. So the first thing, I'm gonna close the code. I'm gonna keep it. When I press simulate, it's gonna analyze. Look. Like if I remove it, look. If I remove this, if I move it, okay, and then I start the code. Look, like it has a very bad sound. But if we use the tone command, it's gonna sound like way better. Look here, you see. But like let's make it 1000. So like the lower the number, like the deeper the sound. Look, it's a bit loud, but you understood the idea itself. And that's this video, and thank you guys for watching GoPro, and please write and subscribe. Thank you.